Alright. We are officially live. In studio audience are nowhere to be seen, which don't worry. He's not needed. One Piece live action converse cast so far. What? Oh. Nope. I'm not paying attention to that. I don't care, but I kind of care about it. It may not be the topic list for this one, but it'll be in the next one. Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to new episode. Message from the companion of the Lamb extension team. We are temporarily disabled. Shut up, we're not playing the Lamb. We're doing podcast. Yeah. But hello. Welcome, people. Currently today is a day. I am your host, Vincent RSN, with
Yep. I'm that guy just in the background eating a cookie. And that's all you need to know anymore. And that's a problem. That's a personal problem.
I thought you were Andy.
Yeah. No.
Uh
I don't Samberg on public. In public or on public.
Are you sure about that? I don't know, man. You did some shady stuff.
We don't talk about that. All right. Look, there's a reason, okay, for everything that I do. Sometimes I have to change my name. Sometimes I go by the Magnificent Sandwich, but the S is silent.
So, it's just Namwich?
No, it's Andwich.
Oh!
How did... Nope, we ain't getting into it.
You see, in
We
an
ain't getting
alternate
into it.
timeline.
Nope.
Anyways,
No excuses.
So, we have been away from this podcast because of A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I don't care. Yeah, and we're back. Hello.
We've been doing things, you know?
Good things?
Some of it you've been aware of, some of it you haven't. But all together, don't worry about it. We're back. That's the important thing. Why are you still looking at us like something's wrong? Nothing's wrong. Stop looking at the screen.
Stop questioning it. There's a gun to your head now.
If you look at that teleprompter one more time, I swear. I can't control what Vincent will do to you.
I mean, yeah, nothing.
Very upsetting.
What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about.
Very upsetting.
No, you're being crazy. Sucker, I mean,
I've always been crazy.
Yeah. Okay, so...
What about a bag of cookies?
What about a bag of cookies? What?
Never mind. Carry on.
Oh, man. Okay, so we got at least do a wee bit of a lightning round, specifically because Sakura only has a certain amount of time. So we talk about a few things, talk about life, talk about what we be doing. So first quick thing, what have we been up to? So what have we been up to? There you go. That's a good start. First topic, what we've been up to, and then we'll do the actual news stuff. Because I'm gonna be real, a lot of the news isn't really interesting this week. It kind of sucks. No, except for a few things.
Listen, man. Just gotta look for the right news.
This is true.
I don't know about you. I found it.
You found it? You found...
Yes.
That's good.
Found something that's actually interesting to me.
I mean, fair enough.
If only barely.
Hey.
If only barely.
You know, there's a lot of things to look forward to. And you know what that means? Friendship. I look forward to the times I get to spend with my friends. Like this coming week, we already did some Ruby yesterday, and we did some video games, and then next week's gonna be more Cuphead. Next week's gonna be more Cuphead as we try.
Why do you say it like that? Why do you say it like that?
Because that's what we are.
Why do you say it like it isn't hell?
What?
How dare you?
It's not
How
hell.
Dare you
Uh-huh.
pretend it's not hell?
You make it sound so bad. It's not bad. It's frustrating to a certain extent, but it's just beating our head until it works. You know, the fine tickling in life.
No.
What?
No.
What do you mean no? What do you mean no?
The fine tickling in life.
Sometimes you gotta tickle. You just go Gucci goo.
No. Get back on topic.
No. Oh, right.
Get back on topic.
Okay, so what
You
we
start.
had... Oh, right. So, what have I been doing? Streaming a lot. Just recently, before this podcast, did Cult of the Lamb. That game is actually very good, because originally I had a plan of just doing 2 hours of each game and then switch so it allows consistency. Ruined that entirely because I was like, oh shit, this feels nice. The mechanics are good. It actually makes it entertaining, and it also has the Twitch integration be semi-alright.
No deep hatred for the mechanics?
No, it's light enough that you can like enjoy the motion, but it's not where you kind of want to pull your hair out that whenever you make a mistake or get smacked. It gives you umpteenth amount of space to just be like, hey, you're gonna get hit by an enemy. Hey, your like fellow cultist members are either getting old or dying because they too much poop. And it's just like, oh, well, it told me. And, you know, it's enjoyable.
Half the battle?
Wait, what?
I said knowing is half the battle?
Yeah, because then you can at least plan it out. I like to at least, like, certain extent, enjoy the minimum to maximum kind of stuff. And so I kind of made some of my stuff a little bit symmetrical as much as I could. And I was proud about that. Because I made the garden close enough so that people can do it. Even though people won't fucking pick the berries. I don't know if that's a skill. I don't know if I have to avidly do it every time. But hopefully I can get the supplies so that people can clean up their own shit. And puke. And also I had Tori at least die. So don't worry. The new Tori replaced the old Tori, even though there's a grave on the bottom left. But the new Tori's wearing a necklace so that Tori can live longer. Don't worry about it. Listen. Multiverse theory. Multiverse theory. Shut up.
Alright. Cool.
Like, don't worry about it. Listen.
Yeah, I'm listening.
It's just how it is. And also
just a theory.
A game theory. Thanks for watching. But yeah, played that. Finished the video for Amaya, so we'll hopefully see something super cool eventually uploaded. And I also may be possibly getting an editor for the channel. So we might get that coming back.
Excellent.
Yeah, so depending on how things go, we haven't really discussed further about things. So I'm only going to say we might. I'll leave it under the commentations of might. Because they've showed interest and they're actually working on a video for something. I don't know if I'll upload it or not. I'll probably just give it a look-see, and if it's like... Depending on... Because I like to exaggerate my expressions and stuff like that. If I like it enough, sure. It'll be thrown on the YouTube channel like this. If not, I'll at least still enjoy it. But
if not, it'll find a special place in hell.
Yeah. But don't worry. The editor, I have high hopes for, so... but yeah, that is... I'm trying to think
That's
of
you?
I think that's me. Yeah, there's not really much else other than playing Fallout 76, enjoying Falling Out 76.
Falling Out 76, yes. That
Yeah,
sounds about right.
I'm upset because I still want to play more, but then I'm like, lamb chops. There's too many games. I hate it. I also finding new VTubers and just entertainers in general to be like, hey yo, I kind of want to support them. Kind of want to do a social thing where it's just avidly supporting all new and old entertainers, especially the ones that really can't, that are doing their absolute best, but they don't get really that notice, that look-see, where you turn that head and be like, they have good content. Instead of like some of these people that are getting banned off of Twitch because they had had their 3D model stuck a pair between their legs and a duck ate them out.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Okay.
Not touching that one. Not.
You know what? Fair enough.
We're gonna mosey on. You know,
Right.
funny story in my case, right?
Yeah.
Not the greatest amount of things that have been done in the limelight, outside of finally being able to do yet another of the good old-fashioned D&D sessions. It's been a hot minute because everything in between life has decided I will spit on you.
Yeah.
You won't like it, but I also don't care, and I will continue.
I'll keep going. And then even if you say no, stop, I'm gonna keep looking at you.
I don't get no stop out edgewise. No stop isn't even part of the vocabulary. But I think outside of that, I'm just glad, you know, things panned out. We got to do that again. Honestly, I have been in a sort of falling out in my brain when it comes to
But is it 76?
various D&D things. No, it's not that bad yet.
Oh, damn. Oh, fuck. Okay, that was funny. I'd fucking do it. Kool-Aid. Hi, Kool-Aid.
What's up, Kool-Aid? But yeah, I think I've been in a bit of a touch and go position with D&D things, where it's like partially because of nostalgia and then just like the sheer like feeling of partaking in it is still like ingrained in my person, and all the things that have been done, the goods, the ups, and none of the downs, keep me invested. But at the same time, heart's just not in it as much as it used to be, and it's really just a journey to
Sounds like
discover a
burnout, my
new
friend.
thing. It is to one extent or another. It's me being tired of a specific way in which my brain works when it comes to that whole thing, and it's not so much running it or playing it. It's just the act of it in general is just something that for a while, just because I work on a very stressful time constraint kind of lifestyle,
Yeah.
it just feels forced. Everything feels forced. Like the things that happen, there's no time to really breathe anymore and explore a lot of creativity and the whole point of me doing this, which is I love worlds. I love building them up. I love when the worlds get messed with by the players. I enjoy the back and forth of it all. I don't really like pushing forward things and moving along plots to fit time constraints, and that's really been pulling on my psyche.
It's hard.
Feels like I've turned what should be a 5-star restaurant into In-N-Out or Five Guys to those who have a deep hatred for them.
No, you made it further, even down further. Like, Five Guys is at least okay. But like,
so what you're saying, Burger King?
Like, Dairy Queen's burgers. Have you ever?
Oh,
Yeah, because Dairy Queen's good at ice cream. That's fine. What I'm saying generally is, if you try to order a burger from there, it looks
so
like it
essentially
came from the
getting a
freezer.
pizza from Taco Bell is the thing you're attributing it to.
Yeah, pretty much. But I feel like
Fair
there's
enough.
also the issue as well, because like time constraints.
Mhm.
It's the issue with D&D. You have like, it sucks, honestly, because you have to sacrifice so fucking much. Meaning, even
I mean, time is always a factor, but it should never be what um, holds back all of the more fun parts. The slowdown of it all should never always be high speed, fast paced just to get from point A to point B. But very lately, it's like if I don't, then it just runs the risk of becoming yet another instance of takes too long, people go and do other things, forget, and then it never gets done, and it just becomes one of those never-ending story kind of things. And I'm tired of making every story that I create never-ending story.
I mean,
Atreyu's great. I don't need him anymore. I have too
for,
many Atreus.
for what it's worth, you've had actually really good stories. I'll still attest
Yeah,
for that.
but see, most of them, right?
Uh,
Uh, Only a select few have actually been put in well off enough spaces and places where it's like, even if nothing ever comes of it again, it's done for one
yeah,
extent or another. It's like it's like I experienced a sort of Lord of the Rings trilogy half the time, and then the other half is Game of Thrones.
well, it's hard,
Uh,
especially whenever your expectations with people are. You kind of have to keep it low. It kind of. I'm gonna at least call it as it is.
Well,
It's
yeah. I mean,
also.
if I
Yeah.
had it any lower, I wouldn't bother to begin with. It's real. The bar is real low.
Yeah.
Like it's only gotten lower with time, but the bar is super low. At this point, if it gets any lower, it's just like, just pack your bags, get out, just walk out. I'll throw
Just
you out
go
if
away.
I have to.
Jesus
Um,
Christ. Let's just get out.
but-
There's the door. Stop it. Leave.
please.
No,
I'd say it's nothing personal, but every factor of it is personal.
Okay, I'm gonna be real, especially with D&D and you're the GM. It kind of leads to a personal,
Yeah,
or
I
how I've
mean,
seen it, especially with how you've
if
gotten
it's not
devastated
personal, then
previously.
it means I don't care about anything a part of it. And at that point, you should leave, because if I don't care, why the hell should you?
Yeah,
There's no point.
it's
Um,
hard. Like, okay, for
yeah.
one, it's hard for me to leave like your D&Ds because I've enjoyed the modified ones. Honestly, I've actually gotten compliments to your D&D stuff, like the Ruby campaign. I've had someone being like, they were always so interesting as like an outsider perspective. I'm like, hey yo, that's awesome. I even told them
I
about the Silent
appreciate
Hill.
that.
Yeah. So you
Freaking
are
Silent Hill.
that fucking adventure.
When the one shots are the only shots that ever work. Feel some type of way. I've gotten more done with one shots than I've ever got with a single, like, solid campaign. Feels some kind of way. But I appreciate the fact that each time it's been right out of the park.
Yeah.
And you guys have enjoyed it, so I take comfort in that.
Yeah. Because whenever I popped in and chilled in a stream with a streamer known as IVVT, she ended up talking so positively, being like, "Oh yeah, that Ruby D&D was really like interesting." I was like, "Really cool." It got me really hyped up. So I was gonna save that in the treasure trove until this time and be like, "Boom, another streamer liked your story."
Always appreciated.
But yeah,
Outside of that, outside of the D&D things, it's like the most major thing, which is why I talk so much about it. Everything else is either just on the sweet hush and low, you know, can't talk
yeah,
about it, don't want to talk about it, space of my mind. Um, But it's another thing that can be talked about, that isn't protected by MI6 CSI Miami. Um is that I think, I don't know yet because I haven't gone for a follow-up, but as far as the medication everything is going, I think it's going well. I hope it's going well. I've been taking it
Okay.
and going through the process of trying my hardest to stick to the weird regimen of downing pills bigger than part of my index finger and eye droplets and uh, eye patches, and lid scrubbers, and ointments. A whole a whole like workout for my eyes. That is very unpleasant for something that's not even really geared towards them. The issue that I have is an infection in my gut that's somehow linked up with my eyes and screwing them over.
What?
Yeah, it's a gut infection.
How
But,
the fuck?
I don't know. It may have been between the time span of when I had COVID and right now, but I don't know. Anything could have happened in that time span.
God damn.
Sweet merciful. But I'm hoping that on the follow-up visit that the infection has been at least abated, just put to rest, if anything, if not fully cleared.
Man, just
Um,
hopefully nothing else at least gets in. Knocks at your doorway. Hey, knock knock. And you're just like, oh wait,
I
knock knock.
it's like I don't really need you here. Other infection. I'm happily married to one as is. It's very nice.
No no
Very
no
nice
no.
in here. Already sharing my body with an illness. I'm pretty good. I don't need another one actually. You
Knock
could leave.
knock. Knock knock. Knock knock. It's like, oh.
No, it's like it's worse than the monkey's paw. It's like I can't even say no to it.
Bust down your
Um,
door and just starts like trying to be hip with the kids. Like it's like that cringy level like of people that are like, oh wait, never mind. It's just me just asking. Like literally before this podcast, I was like, what's a gritty?
oh gosh, not this again. You have to get that gritty thing out of your brain, man.
I
You
don't
have
know
to
what it
stop.
is.
You
I'm
could just go to McDonald's, get a McGriddle, and call it a day.
shut
All right.
up. Oh my god. The
Well, yeah,
fair.
that's mostly it. The only thing dealing with the infection, and once again, because of you, a little bit of shining as well, because of Skyrim entering uh the world space that I exist in. I went back to it and I immediately got sucked into endless hours of looking at a menu screen, playing a balancing act with mods and hoping that my game runs for at least a hot hour before it destroys itself from the inside out because point A has been corrupted because of various mods C, B, and D.
Yes. So normal. All I hear is
Unfortunately,
normal events that you.
I've put myself back in modding hell, is what I'm saying.
Hey,
But I don't mind it, especially after the fact that I found out,
uh,
Morrowind multiplayer won't be as hard as previously expected, even though I gave both you and Zero 360 mods that we'll have to sift through and put
and
together just
yeah,
for this experience. The only
yeah.
other option is a 90 modded one that doesn't look as good, and honestly, I want to treat you guys to a beautiful sight instead of something that was made somewhere in the 2004s, maybe.
I mean, even then, it's just like it's just still a struggle. It's still gonna be a struggle.
I think it was 2004 or 3 actually. It might have been. I don't know when Morrowind was released, but maybe 2002. The point is, it was 2000 early, not 2000 late. Um,
I only hear 2000 too much.
2077. Um, but yeah, no, I think that's really it. Mostly just coasting through that, enjoying the time in which I get where it's just me and music therapy and that weird Octopath game on the phone that's just kind of like absorbed me into its world space. I like it. I didn't think I'd like Octopath Traveler, especially with my Xbox Live on the PC experience, where the game just it got real jank real fast, and the I have nothing against the English voice actors, nothing at all, but
Uh-huh.
it felt so out of place.
Okay, fair
Like
enough. There it
when
is.
you're trying super hard to be on board for something, like you're standing on top of that hill fighting the battle of people saying it's bad, and you're just like, no, it's good. You just gotta look at it from the right angle. I'm just like, no, I'm getting off the hill now. You're right. I'm getting off the hill.
At least, you know, I was given Octopath Traveler, so I still need to get a chance to play it since they have the PC version.
I still say do it, really. No, like, um, the game itself is incredible, just right out the gate. I would have probably played more, um, but that would have required me buying the game on Steam, and I've been
The
waiting long and hard just to get it for like $1. I'm not gonna lie. Or something close to that because I'm penny pinching worse than Mr. Krabs. Uh, I want to get the game, but I also want to save as much money as I can because this is the month for me to be moving, and a lot of that is weighing heavily upon my psyche as well. But yeah, no,
right.
pushing that out of the way, right? It reminds me of the time that we played all those old PlayStation games
Yeah.
on various legal emulated devices.
We'll say that,
But
yes.
yeah, but nowadays you don't have to worry about that, right? Because now the PlayStation is everywhere. Now PSN and PC is just it's for everybody.
The transition. Alright.
What are you even talking about?
Oh my god.
Just tell me about it, Vincent. Tell me more
Hiya.
about it.
So from it, Sony could underscore, or just highlight that could introduce the PSN
Mhm.
account linking for PC games and rewards files suggest. So evidence has discovered that Sony could be planning to introduce PlayStation Network integration to its PC games, hopefully. Since it's released on PC last week, fans have been digging through the game files of the PlayStation's latest port, Marvel's Spider-Man, aka everyone's kind of, God, I want that game. I want that game so bad. The discovered references to PlayStation Network integration within its code. According to the game files, which have been viewed by the VGC, Sony could be planning to allow PC players to link their PlayStation Network accounts to specific games and offer in-game bonuses as a reward for doing so. Actually, that sounds like a smart idea. It'll still make you have to rely and or depend on the PSN, at least for those
Mhm.
mechanics, but it's also a good trade-off so that you still technically can carry those achievements over on the both PSN and PC. I don't see that as like really anything faulty outside of the people that would be like, man, my PC ain't worth shit, or man, I just want to stay on console. And I get that. I respect that. I'm saying the people that can't afford it. I think it's
I
a
feel like
cool
it's a
mechanic.
telltale sign that the PlayStation might dip its hand into the PC world and just throw away platforming for something more mainstream to grab the
So,
widest audience it possibly can.
so you're saying they're gonna try to attempt what Microsoft did for Xbox?
Mm-hmm. Just full on integrate themselves with the PC world as opposed to carrying on with their platforms.
Honestly, I think. Okay, I'm gonna be realistic. Whenever you're a
Hmm.
company, you don't want to at least lose people off of your consoles, because
Yeah.
one thing for sure is It's kind of like how, you know, Sega fucked up and they tried so hard to at least make something. But then, you know, Dreamcast happened and basically everyone could pirate the shit out of the Dreamcast games. Or make it where you could just
Nintendo's
play it
just
off
sitting
of
there
the old...
like, drop the ball, and
Yeah.
we're paying for it. You
Yep.
don't get a second chance.
And just piracy was the easiest thing for the Dreamcast. But,
Piracy still is the easiest thing.
yeah, piracy is, but you have to go a little bit through some loops. That and also downloading like websites are like, we like money.
You have to try harder, and you also get other people who are trying to do the exact same thing as you, but also trying to screw you over for some unknown reason. It's very weird. There's no honor amongst thieves.
Oh no, not whatsoever.
Piracy.
For what it's worth, there's no honor amongst things like Nintendo. Let's be realistic. Nintendo closing out like
they're not honorable.
Yeah.
They're as honorable as Activision Blizzard.
Yeah, Activision Blizzard. You mean Microsoft?
Actiblizz.
Yeah.
Vision. Yes.
Microsoft's just buying off
Blizzard.
everything. I don't know. Are they trying to also be the monopoly of gaming? Meanwhile, Disney's trying to be the marketing of like fucking what was
entertainment.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned in that
Maybe.
future.
Well, I mean, you know, you got the giants. Google's trying to consume everybody's personal information and identities. Amazon is like, yo, slap me in on that. I'll just use Twitch as my scapegoat. And then you got Disney and Microsoft like, we'll just consume the rest of whatever's left. And no one will stop any of us.
I don't know why. I just thought of this one meme that was from that old animated movie called Monster House, where it dispenses a frog and then someone edited it so it looks like the dude's eating the frog and runs away. That's what I imagine with these companies. Oh, your entertainment is mine now. I just run away. But apparently, one other thing that makes people at least theorize that's happening is that through the Spider-Man files contains multiple reference of quotations, PSN account linked, and PSN linking entitlements. AKA, it is a possibility that we could get that in a possible future. The worst case scenario, we see another installing stupid fucking like application, kind of like the Xbox with its thing. We're probably gonna get a PSN-esque like startup thing if it does try to commit to the whole. We can also sell you your like old PS games, even the ones that you're trying to emulate and will not work. Fucking Klonoa! I tried so hard with Klonoa 2. Klonoa 2 is apparently fucking breaks by like one level and then it just will not play, and I'm like, I hate my life.
Isn't it on the PC now?
It's on the Switch. Oh, and yes, the PC. You are correct. Which isn't apparently too hard, so wait. Yeah. The Klonoa series is in fact, both the first and second one are in fact on there. Oh god, no. I'm looking at the price, it hurts. They're still trying to charge both the first and second one for $40. It's an old game being reported. Well, actually, that's a lie. It's technically being remade because they made the UI different.
Still, though.
Oh.
It's cutthroat.
Oh, shit. Give me 1 sec, Sakura. I gotta answer a call.
Oh, good. I gotta cut a pill.
Oh, okay. Please hold chat as
Drugs!
Drugs! Don't worry. Sakura will come back probably faster than me, so I gotta at least make a phone call. Hey!
Yes. Okay. Wait. Good old super elastic pills. First they go in, and then they disappear into my bloodstream or something. Ugh. Soup? Yes, they disappeared into my soup. Only my soup. Ugh. It's so weird taking antibiotics, Kool-Aid. For the longest time, I've never had to, like, mess with them. Occasionally, I had to deal with, like... What the hell are those? You know the little gel capsules for colds? I forget what they're called. The name eludes me. But you know what I'm talking about, right? Like, they come like these little orange tablets. And they're thicker than life itself. Yeah, okay. Well, these antibiotic pills don't have the same smoothness, and they tend to like stick there because they're coated. So it's like chalk shaped like a pill sliding down your throat. And I am not one who accepts pills in my system, and my throat just denies them. Awful experience. But you know, it's not the worst. It's definitely not the worst. That's reserved for another thing that will remain unknown and unseen. And hopefully, I can just pretend it doesn't happen. It is quite honestly the worst thing. Just like to start off with. Over time, it's just another unpleasant thing, but the first time I tried swallowing the stupid pill, it got stuck first on my tongue and then on like the roof of my mouth, and I was just like, well, maybe just no. You know, after you almost throw it back up, and your throat's just like, that's not going down me. So I don't know what we're gonna do here, Chief, but you just spit that out. You start to wonder, is it really good for you if your body denies ever indulging in it? Mm,
Great, suckerine, succotash. Suckerine? Su- what?
what?
It,
No, just stop. Don't. What?
nothing.
Why?
I suffering succotash. There you go. That's the word.
Thank you, Sylvester.
That was the thing I was trying to reference.
Yeah, I know.
Shut up.
I know you were trying to get there, and I was just like, it seemed like it was hurting you.
You know, you know what? What truly hurts is, looking into the past, looking at the present, and you know what they're trying. Like, you know what also seems like it's going back from the past, leading to the present. Previous projects that are trying to kick off. Nah, it's your turn.
Man, I knew we'd get here eventually. Look, I'm not gonna say, it's the most original thing. It's not. The genre's been done. All right, Castlevania holds the reins on this, and Metroid before that.
Okay.
Um, but upon finding this game that just sporadically popped into my feed, Grim Guardian,
It looks good.
it's
You have
it's a
gun.
very it's a very exotic looking Castlevania-esque
It reminds me of the mixture of
side
Castlevania and
shooter.
that what was that other game that you played and that you were like a witch girl, but then you
I
accidentally
didn't
get
play it.
turned into a cat. Yeah, you did. You
Oh,
played
Momodora.
yeah, Momodora.
Thought you were talking about the other one that was made by the dude who uh made the game first off and then people hated it, so he remade it and then made it better.
Well,
And
people
now
are big
everybody
babies.
praises it as like the greatest 3D Castlevania-esque game to ever grace side scrollers. Forget what, like Bloodstained or something like that is what its name was. But the point is, Grim Guardians
As
is a
co-op.
game for more than one platform, so it's already a bonus.
Yep.
Only problem is, it's in Japan.
Yep.
There's no real indication when it'll ever come to the States.
Did you ever look at its official website?
Not yet. I haven't really put too much into it just because I hate looking at release dates nowadays and knowing that they're subject to change at all times. So it's like you could look at it and be like, well, this might happen
It
in
says one of the
2023
options
and
is Steam. So
2025. Yeah, but that's never stopped anyone from making a bad game.
that
Cyberpunk. Um,
okay, that's fair. That, that is a fair assessment, but you make fun of what you can get. Just as long as it's not
yeah,
like a
well,
$60.
this is solid. I'll say that much. All right,
Yeah.
Grim Guardians is a solid side-scrolling switch character on the fly, also co-op Castlevania experience that looks like it's super fun to play with a friend and just as enjoyable to just do solo and play it up like some of those other very addicting side-scrolling roguelike games like Rogue Legacy, for instance, where it's just like the enjoyment factor is in the insanity that you can pull off from messing around with how characters work
Yeah.
and the functionality of the game. This looks like one of those games that might be really good if it ever comes to a platform where, more than just one specific group of people can play it. Um, that being said, my only take on it is that initially, from what it looks like, and thankfully because side scrollers very rarely run the risk of being grotesquely different once it's actually released, um, I'm excited for it. It's been a while since I've ever said that about any kind of game release, but even if it never comes to the States as its own solid Japanese developed game, it looks really good, and I definitely recommend anyone to go and YouTube up Grim Guardians and watch it.
I guess
Um,
I'm gonna drop that
as
link for the live people, living
Toss
people.
it.
Yeah. It's saying one of
But
the
yeah,
options is Steam, so for those that are interested, that are listening in the future, you could possibly check it up and then check there. There
yeah,
might be
you
more
could just
information.
VPN if it never becomes a US release, just VPN it and play it in Japan Steam. I hear Japan Steam is great. Um,
Japan Steam, what the fuck?
Japan Steam is the best Steam. But yeah, it's a really cool looking side scroller. There's a lot of those lately. There's a lot of side scrolling games, and honestly, that's not a bad thing. They can be kind of interesting if done right. They don't have to be sad and depressing rehashes of the same old material all the time. And I feel like this might be another unique little snowflake in the Metroidvania aesthetic. So yeah, Grim Guardians looks
There you
interesting.
go. I forgot to put it in the topics thing. There you go. Now it's there. Look at
All
it. Pretty.
good.
Pretty. Shiny. Look at that glow. Damn, that's a nice glow to it. But
It's beautiful.
it's beautiful. But you know what else may have a bizarre adventure with it?
Hmm.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star R Games View trailer previews. It has its own preview now. The game was launched for PC via Steam on September 1st and for PlayStation 4, 5, Xbox One, Xbox. God
Um,
fucking damn it with this X/S and Nintendo Switch on
long
September
name.
2nd. Yeah, I'm very upset. But the game will
Right.
will have standard edition, digital deluxe, and a collector's bundle. AKA, they want your money. They really, really want your money for this JoJo game of JoJo Bizarre Adventure All-Star Otter game. All-Star
That might be
Battle Otter.
interesting as a game.
Yeah, it's just a fight. It's a fighting game.
I feel like it'll be at least a little more enjoyable than the One Punch Man game, where you're just
Waiting
a
for
random
Saitama.
NPC hoping that Saitama shows up when he can.
Because if I recall correctly,
How is a man
yeah.
that fast and that powerful always late? Always late.
Because he doesn't take this.
I know
as
it's
a
for the
priority.
joke. I know it's a joke, and I know it's like, he's like, there's no challenge for me, there's no reason for me to rush. People are already safe by the time I get there. It's just that now, they're billions of dollars in debt because their city was destroyed, and I could have stopped that, but I didn't. And I feel it.
For
Rock
what
it as
it's
you will.
worth, it's still like I think it's also because his mindset's really jaded because he looks for a proper challenge, but everything kind of is a joke to him. He's like, okay. Yeah, but
Here's why I like
apparently,
that. Somewhere deep down in the recesses of the manga, he's finally found his challenge and match, and that's great.
yeah, I didn't get that far. I kind of just stopped entirely. Was
I
it?
don't know too much about it, but it's
Oh,
a specific enemy who's just like, he can't just one punch him and succeed.
oh, is it the one kid that is like super into monsters and shit like that?
No.
What? There's a new.
Somebody with a Z. I called him Zarbon for the longest time because I didn't take the time to remember his name.
Damn.
Like Zegeda or something stupid. But
What? That's
um
crazy. I was really thinking it was gonna be that Gao kid or whatever his name was.
Garo?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it is Garo.
Oh, really? Oh, yo, real shit.
Yeah,
Like I only
that's
like
why
saw one bit of it. I was like, yo, what?
I forgot it, because there's another thing called Garo that's not in any way associated to that person. Has its own series that started off strong and filtered
Flop.
off towards the end. A little bit. Little bit.
It'd
It
be
didn't
like
flop
that.
hard. It just became obscure, and you can find it somewhere in various anime sites, but you're not really gonna get your money's worth from experiencing Garo past a certain point.
So it's
It just becomes a little weird.
man.
But not bizarre. Not JoJo.
Not like the
bizarre, which
JoJo where if your perfect dodge is you just making a pose. I'm
I'll
sold.
save this for another thing. I'll save this because it's mostly just me ranting, but I am disgusted with JoJo currently. It's I guess
because what
slowly
you watch was
walking back.
shining.
It's definitely that. Like, there's no other way around
damn
it.
it.
What I saw disgusted me towards a point. Like, I don't know how that ever got the go ahead for them to go with. Like, it went past bizarre and became just hard to watch at all.
It's very cringy. But people
Not
are super...
cringe.
It's not,
Not
cringe.
cringe. It wasn't, oh no, I'll profess my love for this person who only wants to step on me and use me as a tool. Insert various names here, individual. No, it was more like, to an extent, right? I'll just give you a scenario. After defeating said villain, because the villain was a baby, right? As his just desserts, he was fed.
Oh, the shit
The
feeding.
remains, yes. of his diaper, and I'm just like,
Ugh.
you've made me sick to my stomach.
Never forget,
Utterly sick to my stomach.
Jotaro is 15, everyone.
That is like, that pales in comparison to everything else, though.
I mean, I just can't
So
get over Jotaro being 15. And then as soon as like I see the little girl being like, I love that man, I'm like, stop. You're underage. And it's just like, but he's also
it's
underage.
never stopped Japan before.
This is
It's
true.
never stopped Japan before.
I can still dislike it.
What anime has not done this and started the great and disturbed loli and shota spectrum of things that people
Fair enough.
adhere to? That borderline on pedophilia and then are just outright pedophilia, but people don't want to acknowledge it, and so we just walk away from it. And so it's
Or
just
just
there.
continue to
Like,
ignore it.
yeah, it's just like, yeah, you know it's there. You know what you're looking at is a little lopsided, but ain't nobody saying anything about it.
Jojo confused the fuck out of me. Yeah, it's supposed to be confusing. It's supposed to be bizarre. You're supposed to ask questions. Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes it takes it a little too far, and for me, at this point in time, took it too far, and it kind of has to win me back a little bit because, yeah. Besides that episode, and then what followed it, the episode that followed that, I was like,
Was
all
it
right, when you
2
start
or
making
3 episodes once I left?
I believe 3.
God damn.
But towards like the second and third, it was I draw the line at feces and urine. You gotta walk away from that one. I don't
Yeah,
want it.
it's a hell of a turn off, and I'm like, no.
Don't want it in my media. Don't need it in my entertainment.
Don't want it anywhere near me. Don't look at me with it. Don't you look at me with it. Don't you look at me with it, you son of a bitch.
But they still look at you.
With a smile.
Yeah, they did. In fact, do it with a smile on both occasions.
Blech. I hate that. I hate that thought process in my head now.
Which is why I said, like, I'll save that for another time. But there's a JoJo rant coming to a Tuesday near you.
Oh my god, I'm waiting for you to like we're just gonna have one of the segments just being the Sakura review corner. I'd love to hear that because we technically just did entirely of Castlevania. A full
Again,
breakdown.
I'm not gonna talk about anything having to do with it making sense because it's not supposed to ever make sense to anyone watching ever. So I'm not gonna do any of that. The ranting will solely be on where I draw the line on its form of entertainment and me questioning the person who made all of this mentality.
You know, fair enough.
I'm gonna deep dive on this. I'm gonna do some research on this man or woman. I don't know, but I'm gonna deep dive on him. But yeah, tossing that aside into the junk heap. Please proceed.
I mean, outside of apparently a JoJo game being moving to the newer, fancier stuff, I don't mind. I look forward to that. Especially since they're adding certain mechanics, like if you pose, it's basically just dodging out of attacks. I'm cool with that mechanic. That's pretty much it. Other than, hey, by the way, you want to play a JoJo fighting game? Boom. Technically, fun fact, there was a JoJo beat 'em up game. Let me double check. JoJo Adventure beat 'em up game. Yeah, there was a JoJo's beat 'em up game for the PlayStation 2, actually, where you end up at least wandering around. If I remember the beat 'em up, I'm trying to. Ew, it's PlayStation 2. It's so gross. Yee. But yeah, there was a couple. Yeah, it was a beat 'em up.
PlayStation 2 wasn't gross. The games that came out on it, barring some, were gross.
I mean, depends.
You look
it
at
depends.
like the
God
Final
Hand was amazing.
Fantasies and the God Hand and friggin'
There you
Jack
go.
and Daxter.
There's your JoJo.
Friggin' JoJo.
Oh, and it was the old. They kept the scene of kicking the fucking dog from the first JoJo. No, that's
Merciful.
horrible.
That's par for the course with that series.
Yeah.
But you know what? You know what? It's not the worst thing.
They did decapitate a horse.
Yeah, they've done a lot, and I can only imagine that the further on I watch, the more horrified I'll become. But I'm
I'm.
looking to see. Maybe Stardust Crusaders is just the really out there one, and
Oh,
then
you sweet
past
summer
that they'll get
child.
tamer and tamer.
You know, even without completely watching the series, you sweet summer child.
Stone Ocean is kind of tame in comparison to what I saw there. Well, no, actually, hold
Uh
on.
huh. Uh huh.
I may have like skipped ahead in my brain
There you
past certain
go.
things that I didn't
There's
like.
the answer.
Listen, let's also take that right, and let's talk about Dying Light 2's modding corner, okay?
You full course hard railroad into the next one. Oh, I love it. So what's up with it? Basically, tell me what is now
Mods, man. Mods are here to save a dying game.
Was it really that
Two.
bad? I never had a chance to play the second game.
Yes,
Oh,
and it only got worse.
really?
I
didn't-
unfortunately saw a little bit that I wasn't supposed to on my feed, unfortunately, because everybody was, while the
Oh.
game was hot, everybody was talking about it, so things got spoiled just from like visuals alone. And I was like, well, I've already seen the stupid thing, so I might as well see what's wrong with it. And
I don't think I've ever finished the
yeah,
first one. I kept saying I did, but I think I generally didn't. It's like how I was supposed to.
could just be a blur.
Yeah, it's like how I pretended to be like, yeah, I know what Persona's about.
No,
But
but I think we finished it with me and Angel. Yeah,
what?
I think that's what happened.
No.
I think yeah, you,
I-
me, and Angel finished it.
I never went to the end where you decided the
Oh.
ending route.
There's not a route.
What?
There's not a route.
It's not a route
There's one ending.
for the first one.
Yeah, there's just one ending.
Oh,
And some DLC.
yeah, but the DLC didn't count. That one's weird.
The DLC just tells you how he dies.
Oh, I thought we're talking about the other DLC where it was like that weird ass medieval mini game.
No, that thing is just hot trash and nastiness. I'm talking about the thing that's canon and kind of interesting. They didn't have to tell you what happened to that character, but they did, and that's kind of cool.
For what it's worth,
Um,
it's also because, Crane was actually kind of an interesting personality. Even though now it's
Towards
forever...
the end, he became an interesting dude, but also very stupid. He was always stupid. Throughout the story, he was stupid.
Well, yeah,
but
because
towards
he's a
the
Mirage. Come on now. Bam to the bam boom boozle. Boozle bam. Bam it all I am.
So done with you. Anyway, though, Dying Light 2, pretty bad, but with mods and restoring cut content and things that were missing from the game.
So wait,
Much
the air
like-
gliding was cut content from what I'm looking at?
I think I haven't gotten to a point where I can confirm or deny that's already in the game or not, but everything else was cut. There's a lot of
That's-
stuff like turning into those like stalkers. That's a thing that was cut that they put back in, which is awesome. If you liked Dying Light 2 a little bit and you were like, man, whatever they showed me at E3 is nothing like what the game is right now, well, you're in luck.
Wolverine
They
claws.
They put the stuff back in for you through the power of mods. They're making it a better game by far, and I can only expect good things past this point.
That's kind of sad. Whenever you're like people at least have to mod to make a game better. I know I've previously exclaimed about this, but it's generally just frustrating. Where
I mean, it's demoralizing for the people who helped make the game to know that you are basically just creating an engine for someone else to make your game good because it's just a disgusting train wreck. It's the worst thing. It's like if you painted a pretty picture and then you were told that it's basic as hell, and you could have done better if you put in more time into it. And then someone comes along and recreates that painting in their own image, and everybody's like, "Man, this is the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life." And you're just sitting there like, "Oh, oh, I see. Oh, okay. I'll be going now. I've got to find a bar. Any bar will do." But
Sorry, the bar was set low. Nice try to you jumped over it. I'm sorry, friend.
it's a shame. I think that's why Starfield it was in the most development and still is, even though they finally revealed their legendary gameplay, and people are going goo goo and gaga over it.
They're covering themselves with lies in their own head.
Yeah, I mean, it's Bethesda, of course, it's all lies. But I'm hoping, right? I'm really hoping that at least this one doesn't crash to desktop every 3 seconds. That's my only hope. I've set the bar really low. I
Oh,
just
you
hope there's not
sweet summer
CTDs.
child.
I just hope there's not CTDs. That's all I want. Come on.
You're
You can
repeating the
have...
mistakes of the past.
Look, they're stepping on No Man's Sky's toes, alright? They're spitting in the face of like games like Elite Dangerous. The least you can do is stand up there on that pedestal with those games and not repeat their bad habits, alright? You know it's there. It's not like the people who are making the game haven't seen these other games come out and been like, okay, so we're gonna step into their genre and make a better game than them so we can steal their crowd and attract them to our thing because we're Bethesda and Todd Howard sold our game for like 78 years.
Having Bethesda at least be something more competent without people touching mod, I have to hold my breath. I'm sorry.
It's a big ask. It's a big ask.
It's
but
really hard to believe whenever I've only had one properly good experience. I think... Wait, I need to confirm something before I continue this statement. I have to clarify which company. Which one, you son of a bitch?
That made what? Which company that made what?
Ghostwire. Ghostwire, it's under Bethesda's publishing name.
Yeah, it's also Bethesda.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The only thing I've seen generally without having too much a struggle outside of the graphical issue was Ghostwire. Without needing mods.
If there's not, were there any CTDs though?
I don't know.
I mean, you would know if your game crashed, Vincent. Did your game ever crash?
With Ghostwire? No. It just was there was really hungry for graphics.
But there's hope, Vincent. There's hope that it won't have CTDs. Starfield has hope, at least for no CTDs. Maybe they've learned. Everything else is up in the air. It may be a horrible game, and much like every other game where they're like, look at our crazy gameplay trailer and all the fun things that you'll do. But keep in mind, still in development, so everything's subject to change, meaning we're going to cut all that content that you just saw.
Yeah,
everything is getting cut. All of it's getting cut.
I'll have some level, because if Bethesda was able to make Ghostwire, and Ghostwire was actually genuinely enjoyable. Story was... Anyways.
Yeah, but they also made Rage 2. So you got, again, curb your enthusiasm.
I'll keep it low just for my sanity. How about that?
Yeah. And let's just hope that they create an engine. You know, they just have it there so that people can maybe mod.
You mean so they don't fuck it up by just mixing in stuff, being like,
yes,
let's add more. No, let's add this. No, let's add that. No, stop. Shut up.
Look, they could just make Starfield a mod-friendly game out the gate. Like, you know what? You think you're so great? You think, you know, you made our company, which you basically did. Do it. Do it again. Start from scratch. We'll give you the engine. Go crazy. And, you know, maybe that'll work out. Or maybe not. Maybe they've learned nothing. Maybe they'll repeat their mistakes. And maybe Starfield will just be the next Fallout and Elder Scrolls game, where you're just like waiting for a modder to make the game better for you. Who knows? But where it comes to Dying Light 2, it's getting better. it has gotten to a point where it's playable. The only thing that I'm waiting for before I ever like jump back into Dying Light 2 is someone to mod in other characters so that you're not all the same dude. That's all I need to go back into Dying Light 2. Other characters.
Oh no.
Angel Love is totally not sleepy.
We're all
I'll
sleepy.
believe it when I see it, Angel Love.
I took a nap before this. Or awake nap.
I existed. I chugged caffeine. I passed out.
Ah!
I was in a place. I was
only had soda.
dead on the inside.
But
it's good now.
I still want coffee, but I'm like, shit. I don't know if I should touch coffee nowadays, because I don't know
Probably not.
if I'm gonna see a random roach be swimming in my coffee cup.
Well, I mean, there's that, and you know, too much caffeine, accelerate your friggin' heart.
What?
Possible heart attack.
Yay!
That's never fun.
It says you be back. I mean, as long as I have my one big thick cup, I'm fine.
Sweet merciful.
And then I can
Crazy.
last for a day.
You're crazy.
What? I like my big thick cup, and I can usually last for hours. I'm able to do 12-hour streams with that single cup. I think I'm slowly getting immunity. Wait, what?
I said you live your life, my guy, but go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna be like, the one thing I'll learn is I'm never gonna combine energy drinks, because that was a fucking terrible idea. Or mix coffee with alcohol.
Why?
So
Why would you think that's a good idea?
That's apparently an alcoholic mix where you can do that, and it's supposed to do something? I don't know, it tasted terrible. But I still did it because I'm like, I already started, might as well finish it, and I drank it.
It's an idea for stupid people.
But you know what's
Vincent.
But you know what's with stupid people in the stupid current? Goku in fucking Fortnite, and now is in the update, by the way, that you can now use the Kamehameha, and it's actually a physical move.
Yeah, I've seen.
Yeah. Oh, my Twitter feed is full of the Kamehameha. And it's a Japanese
exists.
one too.
I actually don't care one way or another. I'm like, it happened.
Yeah.
It's not unexpected. I don't understand why people are like, this could never have happened.
Oh,
What
no.
in the what?
I was
What
just waiting
hell?
for the memes. I'm here for the memes. And
I mean, that's one of the places to be here for, because everything else is just like, why am I here? Just to suffer. Just
also,
to cry.
the other thing that kind of blows my mind, I think it's a positive. I think it's kind of weird that they didn't ask the English voice actor for Goku to do the Kamehameha sound effect, whenever it's the Japanese Goku. Goku in Fortnite.
That's a sad thing to know. But
I mean, that kind of says
maybe
more of the voice actor than anything.
Yeah, maybe the guy who made it, not made it, who did the English dub just was like, nah.
I mean, I believe
I
it.
haven't heard much from that guy or of that guy outside of voice acting Goku. And
Monkey Kid.
no, friggin', what is his name?
Huh?
What's the dude with the antennas? The blue dude.
Antennas?
King Kai. There we go.
Oh!
Goku and King Kai is that voice actor? Same.
Really?
Dude.
Oh, real shit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, hey, he's making a
Pretty impressive.
That range, though, I guess, well, shit. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
For what it's worth, at least he's surviving with, honestly, with just the Goku role. If I don't, actually, He's probably done more roles, but nothing noticeable in terms of the anime side of things, because I don't know. English voice actor for Goku. What is this guy's name? Oh, Gene Shamel. Gene Schmishmir. Wait, what else does he do? I'm gonna double check this real quick. Dragon Ball, obviously. The Casa Grandes? The fuck is that? I don't know. Monkey Kid. He's apparently been in Pokemon as Jervis. Mars Red as Maida. The Ghost of Tsushima as a random addition character. Welcome to the Wayne as CC Scratch. Sophia the First as King Habib. Woody the Bear as Polly. Oh, that's it. This is an interesting one. He was a side character in God of War. Huh.
That makes me wonder. Which one?
The first one. He was an additional voice.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, he was the background. Huh. It's kind of sad for me to say that he didn't seem to at least take initiative outside of being Goku. Because a lot of these roles outside of being Goku are Sun Wukong.
I mean, he found his niche, and he stuck there.
He found his
Is it
moneymaker.
good? Maybe not. For someone who's trying to make money as a voice actor, it's probably not. But I mean, he's got other things he's done, so there's that. Maybe somewhere in the future he'll do something.
He also did Dishonored Death of the Outsider as the Overseer. Huh. Alright.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair enough. I don't knock it. I don't have any particular qualms with him besides the whole issue that happened with Vic Mignogna once upon a time. He was very on the other side of that, and
oh yeah,
now there's a lot of egg on his face.
A lot of people kind of just shat over Vic, and no one was on Vic's side for a greater percentage.
I think just the funniest part is that when it was finally proven that he didn't do it wholeheartedly, and all the things that people had done, they really couldn't take back. And it was just like a very awkward space past that point. It's like, well, yikes.
You're kind of looking like a clown. You're kind of wearing your makeup. Oop, you got a little your clown nose on the ground.
It fell off. You better put it back on. I'm just saying. You don't want anyone to know that you kind of messed up.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like I don't know. I don't have much issue outside of that with him. He's obviously iconic. Nobody goes a day without thinking about the Goku voice.
It's funnier.
Personally couldn't. Huh.
That the guy that's normally Piccolo, Vegeta, and all of them seems to have get better roles, and Vegeta's supposed to be like, I'm second best. Meanwhile, his voice actor has all these significant important roles. Yes!
Literally everywhere.
And you're just like, yes!
Everywhere.
He's gruff, he's All Might, he's Zoro.
He's a pushy dude.
He's, honestly, the guy's also very sweet.
He takes what he wants. He has very specific ideals, and they cannot be questioned.
Yeah.
But I respect that. Live your life.
Oh, and he was also a guest spot from Ranking of Kings. God damn it. Oh. I didn't know he actually had more roles.
Yes, he's everywhere.
I mean, that's honestly, that is a good thing as a voice actor to at least be able to be recognized everywhere. It means 1, you're recognized. 2, you take initiative for it. And 3, well, your voice is going places, baby. Especially if you're basically everyone's parental figure in most of these roles.
Funniest thing.
Yeah. But let's see what else is there. Yeah. I'll probably play some. I have yet to play Fortnite because I got super focused into the Cult of the Lamb, and no one can change my mind otherwise. I'll probably play more once we're done, and I hate it because it probably won't be a stream thing. I'll be like, I want to play more. I wanna play more. But yeah. I mean, outside of little haha funny things like apparently One Piece tried to get a live action with American actors. I don't know if that's confirmed, but I kind of don't care. I kind of do care because I'm just like, if they have good actors, maybe. But if they don't, I care. I kind of don't care.
Fair.
Fair. And also the modding of the Spider-Man game already, and someone modded it so Spider-Man's just Stan Lee. I'm here for that specifically.
He is a true believer. You have to understand, he can't be stopped.
Stan Lee. Excelsior! Again. Oh, I don't know if I remember talking about it on the podcast. No, I didn't, because it wasn't part of the podcast. Where it's so fucking stupid again. Again. Multiverse Spider-Man. One of them just being a different gender. I mean, not different gender, like, different sexual preference, and people have a heyday and being like, Stan Lee wouldn't have this. It's like, no, he's very progressive. What do you mean? What are you talking about? He was pretty supportive about a lot of things, so kind of dumb. Anyways. Treading on that old track.
A little silly.
Everyone having a little egg yolk. No, that JK, a lot of egg yolk on your faces. You clean yourself off.
Here's a freebie.
What's up?
Put into the mix. Apparently, Dead or Alive, right now, for this moment, Dead or Alive 5 is free. Free to play.
What?
Wait, hold on.
Is it without the characters, so you have to pay for the characters? Because I remember it having something.
That include this game, Dead or Alive Last Round, full game, Dead or Alive Last Round, Core Fighters. What?
Don't worry, I'll one-up your one-up. And that's QuakeCon sale, up to 70% off.
I'm trying to process this one.
Wait,
what the hell?
What does it mean?
It says free to play, right? It's the Core Fighters, but right below it is packages that include this game, Dead or Alive Last Round, full game. What is the difference? What does the full game have in it? Besides the core game? Why is the core game free to play?
So that you only play with a few specific characters, and then in the... Because I remember playing like the free-to-play side of Dead or Alive, where there's just a paywall to unlock the other characters.
Well, that and to actually have all of the content that this game is trying to protrude is $1,056.
Huh?
Yeah. It's not as bad as EA's The Sims, though, where it's like, that's somewhere in the 2000 range.
It's like, man...
For content, you have to pay near almost $3,000 to have all of the Sims content, or you could be a filthy pirate and no one would ever blame you. As long as you don't say anything, no one would ever blame you.
It's the golden rule.
That's
shut
a
up.
lot. Just shut up and enjoy it.
Just shut up and play your video games. Also, I know I'm kind of going back to the whole thing. They made Goku ugly in Fortnite.
Well, of course, they make most of them look ugly because they don't do faces well in Fortnite. All of them have generic faces that they don't put much effort into because people don't care much, and they only see the back of their heads anyway. So as long as they get the back of the head right, they really don't care.
Damn.
It's the truth. They don't give a hoot nor a nanny.
They just want your money, which...
Dead or Alive still looks good to this day. Gosh darn shame.
But it be like that. It is.
I just look back at like the very first Dead or Alive looking nasty compared to like the very first Tekken game. And now Dead or Alive is just like, man, sex sells even in fighting games.
Yes, 100%. You want to see some under booba? Fuck yeah. Sign me the fuck up.
gets real weird though. It's like, why are you trying to make the characters look sexy and also beat the living snot out of them? I don't.
Because
What do
they
you
want.
want me to feel right now? Is what I'm asking.
You see, they want you to awaken a new kink with it.
Oh no, not the new kink.
It's the new kink. Didn't you understand? Don't
I
you
didn't even
understand?
have the old kink.
Well, you're about to awaken it now.
Oh no. Well, I mean, there are better things, you know, like live alive, live alive. That dope looking game that I absolutely wish to own with every fiber of my being. Because have you seen it?
Which
Have you
one?
seen Live Alive?
Oh, I've heard of it. I didn't see anything with it.
It's
I kind of let my
one
brain
of the
shut
few
down.
games where the hype is justified. Vincent. The
Really?
hype is justified. Sexy game. Just
Live.
absolutely sexy.
Wait, Live Alive?
I love Live Alive.
Okay, not Date Alive.
No. Which is, I feel like they could have probably chosen a different name for their game, so there's no confusion, but
Wait, is it on
live
Steam?
your life. No, I don't think so. I couldn't find it on Steam.
Okay. Also, I need to look for something that's.
I think it's on the Switch though.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. But just like, it's so sexy. Like
sexy,
for
and
those
it
for
knows it.
those who like, yes, for those who like friggin' old school looking RPG, like the classic RPG looking games with 2022 styled gameplay, look no further than Live Alive. Such a sexy thing. And unabashedly in its element, and I'm just here for it. It's super good looking.
Wait, is this Homestuck? Sorry, I was looking at a game. Something called.
It's all good.
Cyclonians? And it looks like it's like. Sorry, someone suggested this game. And I was like, huh? You know what?
Yo.
I kind of tolerate the art. What?
It's super sexy. It's so sexy, Vincent.
Live a life. Oh, I've seen this. I've seen the gameplay. Yeah. That you live different lives and stuff like that.
And each like version of like the character that you choose is a different gameplay style, and it's so good looking.
Oh, it was also originally. Huh. Wait, what is this? So originally it was a Super Nintendo game? Oh, it's graphic comparison.
Oh, good.
Oh, wow.
So you see it, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm looking at the old version versus the new version they're trying to rock. Oh. It looks good.
Yes.
Because I remember seeing the one part with the monk, and that was it.
It's just, you know, just wow.
It's a mint. It's minty.
When you're looking for reasons to use words like immaculate, and this game appears in your feed, and you're just like, you have no right being that sexy. You have no right whatsoever.
And you know it.
And you know it.
But hey, look at it like this. Games to look forward to compared. And I'll have great things. Well, is there anything else to add? Because I don't know if we added anything else necessarily.
No. I think we covered all the bases. I can't talk too much about Grim Guardians again because it's like it's an in development thing. so there's not a lot to discuss, and everything that can be said can be seen. Castlevania game, but you have these twin sisters that present a very enjoyable looking game style, and hopefully when the game actually comes out, it's the exact same way as the trailer. Doubt it, but hopefully. As far as Dying Light 2 is concerned, I'm still just waiting. I'm still just waiting for them to put in customized characters. If I can just roll through Dying Light 2 as the Doomslayer, that'll do it for me. That'll be the one. As far as the JoJo Bizarre game is concerned, I may watch once it finally comes out. I might watch people play it. Will I ever own it myself? Probably not. I have friggin' Street Fighter V, and I have yet to really sink my teeth into it because I'm the worst at fighting games nowadays. I just don't have the time, the patience to learn the combos and the scummy moves to abuse people online with. And
You mean quarter circle
I don't
punch?
hate myself.
Quarter
I just don't hate myself enough.
Quarter circle punch. Quarter circle punch.
I don't hate myself enough, and I don't hate my friends enough to play with me until I get to the point where I can just abuse that stuff. The Stanley Spider-Man thing is funny as hell to me. I definitely want to see somebody play through the entire game as Stanley, web swinging and smacking people as he screams "True Believer."
Oh my god, they have to replace the audio lines. All you hear is Excelsior!
It would be the greatest love letter to one of the creators of that character that I've ever seen, next to that Dragon Ball fan animation.
Ooh. Maybe one more thing.
Which was also sexy.
Alright. One more thing, since we still have a little bit of time before we do Q&A, before we call it. Look at this. Outbound Ghost, a paper RPG. I know it's like Paper Mario, but it looked pretty. It looked pretty right now. It catching my shit look good, meaning I might consider. JRPG
Is it
with
your Live A Live?
It's like my old classic Mario. Paper Mario life. It's just with Ghost. So you don't have to worry about dying if you're already dead.
Tell that to the game.
Oh.
Tell that to the game.
Oh.
And getting bodied for no reason. It does look really sexy though.
Yeah.
Like, I love the art style.
Art style is so
The way
entertaining.
that it goes with the gameplay.
Yeah. But I think
That's really good.
yeah. Seemingly,
I feel like it's very hard to use a cardboard cutout as a 3D character in a completely fleshed out game. So I'm really into that.
Yeah, you would actually have to take initiative with shit like that. Ooh, apparently you can wishlist it below. Adventure RPG about a ghost figuring out the cause of their own death. Oh, so it's a murder mystery.
That is super cool. I'm definitely excited to see somebody play that. I might actually get that myself if I have the money at the time of its release.
Yeah, real shit.
But then
Apparently
again,
it's a
Live A
wishlist.
Live is already out, and I gotta sink my teeth, Vincent. Right, there are all types of vampires, and I'm that kind.
I mean, you're fine. It's fine. For what it's worth, I'm just gonna put it on my wish list and then my fucking backlog of wish list games.
If you get it, Vincent, you gotta tell me how it is. You gotta say how it is, man.
I mean, it's so far it looks cool. Apparently the developers, like 1 year ago, I quit my freelancing job and started developing the Outbound Ghost full time with a small team. Now it's coming out later this year on Nintendo Switch, Xbox, PlayStation, and Steam. Help fledge the studio out with their dream and give the game a wish list below.
And that's how he started the Outback Steakhouse.
Have you ever seen the one ghost game where the ghost can yoink it? Yes. That's on my wish list too. Just fast, but the ghost can literally kidnap you and choke you out in a corner.
Oh yeah, that game where wasn't it called like Ghost? It was Ghost something.
Ghost. Oh, Ghost Watch or something like that. Wait, I think Ghosts. Yeah, Ghost Watchers. It's like $15, but it's really poorly. It looks really bad.
Yeah, no. It's like if you took the concept of both Phasmophobia and that one ghost hunting
We
game
don't
that
talk
came
about
out
that
as
game.
well.
We don't talk about that game. That game's dead to us. The game's been dead. We waste money on that.
We did waste money on that.
I
A
mean,
game where you can't even capture the ghosts,
yeah.
and it's just wasted effort, and there's no guarantee that it will ever be finished because it's underworked and underpaid.
Yeah.
That's if the person who started that actually finishes it. I'm playing it. I mean, I already have it, and I feel like I deserve it. So
If you
I'm
do,
playing
I'll
it.
join you. We can't let it stay dead. We got to get back into it.
Despite the fact that
It was bad.
it's pretty bad.
But it is what it is. But that's what makes it fun. Listen, we've made terrible games fun before. We can do it again. There's just a certain extent we can handle, and then we're like, all right, screw this, we're uninstalling.
Uninstall, man. If I had a nickel and dime for every game that I did that with.
But now you
Oof, I
have
have
someone to
I have a
annoy
whole
you about
list.
it.
Gosh darn it.
You have me. Hee hee hee. Ooh. Let's
No,
finish
no.
games together. Even if it's single player
Sure.
games.
Good old Evolve Stage 2.
Don't remind me.
What a sexy game.
Apparently you can play that
Mhm.
again.
Yeah, they came back in a big way.
Even
Not big
though-
enough to the front line, but big enough that there's now people playing it again.
Yeah. Doesn't make up for what it is. It's not really that redeemable, but one day. One day. Over the rainbow. Alright, but we now will officially do our Q&A corner, or whatever the fuck, where we just talk about, or just take questions, or bullshit. I don't know, man.
Yeah. Questions.
Question.
I despise so many people making these posts for the Ghost Exorcism Inc., which is what their new name is for that game. And it's just things like, spooky game, I love it. An absolute blast to play with friends. Ghost, good. I like game. So buggy, not worth. Play Ghost Watchers instead.
And we don't get any questions. We can just look up shitty review opinions. Wait, let me... Alright, let's look at Monster Hunter Rise. And see... Jesus Christ, I see so many people avidly addicted to that game. Anyways.
Well, of course.
Oh my god,
It's the cat food, all right. It's the game that everybody's is playing. Everybody wants to play. Everybody's excited to enjoy. Their like world was
I'd still play
funky and clunky. It's great. Don't get me wrong. It still has the better afro of the two. And that's what I judge it on. I judge the game solely on that. The world still has the better afro and the better style thus far from what I've seen. But I'm just saying.
No. So I'm looking at the negative reviews. You know what's one of them? You can't sex the monsters. Sad face.
Of course, that's the one that got you. Gosh darn it.
Not healthy for anybody. Not relaxing. So bad.
Oh dear. It's crazy that this action game, it's all about action and never stopping and always being involved in the action. doesn't have anything relaxing in it.
Oh,
Even though it's technically a lie, because there are missions that are solely geared towards gathering and you don't have to interact with the monsters at all. But we're not going to talk about that.
No.
It can be, in fact, very relaxing, but again, I think that's just person to person.
Oh my god, no, here's one that's just funny to me, where it's like a thumbs down, but it's good game.
Good game. That's it. That's all you get from me. Good game.
Ooh, and here's a salty
GG.
one. I adore this one. Capcom is so incompetent. I enjoyed my 40 hours before an update, or so
they're not
before
wrong.
Sunbreak broke the game even after 13 reinstalls and verification of the game files, alongside random other computer drivers and applications that I've been told to change. My only saving grace is that this works for now on my fucking 700 deck. My 700 deck that I'm sure not everyone has privilege to have for a single title, depending on who you are. This is a 60 icon for your computer that they won't refund or help you out with. Avoid like the plague, which is fair enough.
Like, you're not wrong. Capcom is soulless, just like,
Yeah.
Nintendo and Sega and many other developers, Bandai Namco. They're all very soulless, but somehow still not as bad as EA. Still not as bad. EA will always be remembered as the worst, simply because not only was it a bad, money-grubbing, disgusting thing that still exists to this day and never got really punished, but it also destroyed maybe like 3 or 4 gaming companies on its way down to being the worst. BioWare used to be kind of okay, and in fact it got to a point where it was pretty good, and then it became the worst thing ever. And now it's just sitting there.
Dead.
Used to be hype about some Dragon Age and some Mass Effect. Now I'm just like, Andromeda exists. Inquisition is okay. That's all I can say about it. It's not the worst game. It's graphics heavy. It's a filthy little eater of all of your memory. But getting past that, if you have a good enough graphics card, it's a pretty okay game.
Oh, it's this funny one.
Long and sort of boring, but it's pretty okay.
Yeah. Oh, here's a one review. Pelico's and Palamut's AI is somehow worse than a blind child trying to drive a car. What the fuck? What the fuck? I love that review. Oh, it's so funny. Alright, wait, I'm gonna try to see if there's a random one. Oh, wait, let me look at Halo Infinite's reviews.
Oh no, you don't want to go there, Vincent.
I'm going. We're going.
Go to that place.
Oh god, there's so many negative reviews. All right, I'm looking.
You fool, Mr. Peterson.
I'm just looking for the funny ones.
So yeah, looking at it, Ghost Watchers.
Ghost Watchers, am I right, gamers? If you want us to play Ghost Watchers, make sure to give us the money to do.
Yeah, fund us and absolutely no, do it. If you fund us, we'll play it.
You know what? Fair. That's my golden rule. It's like how I played Fallout. I'm gonna still keep playing Fallout because you bought me the game. Meaning, fuck you. And also, I'm gonna have to play the game more once I get this itch off of the fucking Cult of the Lamb.
Look, man, I appreciate that, but I'm gonna say it as it is. All right.
It sucks.
It's not great, and I'm being really kind right now. Fallout 76 is not bad. Not bad. Not the best. Not super cool, but not bad. Graphics when they hit right, when the sun rays hit right and you're listening to Country Roads, it's pretty great. When you're fighting a cult based off of Mothman, pretty awesome.
I kind of want to go back and do some more shit.
Absolutely. We went in and raffle stomped an entire cult like it was our job. And I feel
And
like that was
and we're
great.
still at the beginning. We're still babus, and we still murked them like it was nothing.
Friggin' amazing is what we are. That's why. Um, whatchamacallit? Uh,
Guns.
it's an experience.
Tori
Fallout
loves you.
76
I
is an
love them too.
experience.
Yeah. It is.
Great big love.
I'm gonna still play it. Now I'm in a conundrum. The Lamb, Monster Hunter because the free DLC, or the fucking Fortnite. Oh, I'm stuck. Help me. I'm slowly going insane.
What are you trying to decide on?
Video games, and I'm stuck in my own infinite loop. Known as
Video
my life.
games with which to play regularly?
Or something. I don't know, man. Something like that, because I'm
Wait.
probably gonna end up trying to attempt games. She had to
Finish
kill
Monster
you
Hunter.
and so never you mean. I'll
I mean,
grind and I'll probably at least ask either you or Amaya, because Amaya's slowly getting up there. And I want you to at
yeah,
least both get to Sunbreak so we can beat up the
man,
giant laser.
I really have to dedicate because at this rate, I'm never getting there.
I know.
And just like,
Don't worry,
which is
Sakura.
funny because most of the
Pump you up.
monsters that I fight, because I've played the game so much, and because World has ingrained itself upon my psyche, it's so easy to just backhand certain monsters now. Some are still an enigma to me as to what the game wants from me or if it just hates me. But most of them, I'm just sitting here like,
I'm still blown away of the Nargacuga being easier, I guess is the best way to put it. He used to be harder in the fucking world.
listen, we don't worry about it. We just take the W's, okay?
I mean, that's fair. Because fuck the Nargacuga's bleed effect once it stabbed you with its stupid tail. And then all you had to do was take a squat and then it'd slowly start healing you.
Fair.
The... What? But, chat, one more time, we at least are accepting any and all questions before this last bit, as we will have the 15 minutes and then we'll officially be up. And we'll be calling a stream. As
I can't
Sakura
even go for 15 minutes. I have to go like yesterday.
Oh,
So,
we'll just call it
if
now
you
then.
guys have
Shit.
questions, yeah?
We'll just call it
Call
now.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Alright.
Since you had to go, no. Wait, Sakura, favorite Pokemon, go. And then that's it.
Favorite Pokemon?
Wow,
Favorite
okay.
Pokemon? Ooh-wee. No, not at all. But,
Then favorite Pokemon,
okay.
Meowth, Dead. Oh, favorite Digimon. Fuck!
Favorite, wait.
I don't remember. Renamon.
Favorite Pokemon, favorite Digimon. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're going with Renamon. I'm going with Blaziken.
Oh, huh. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I
I
love
thought you were gonna
Blaziken.
go with the little bird grass type. That turns into Archer. I generally thought you'd be him.
Mm-mm. He is a wonderful owl companion, and I love him. But I know the Pokemon that I think about often,
I approve. Both.
and I love Blaziken so much so that like whenever I played the good Pokemon games, which were the fan-made ones,
Damn.
Blaziken was just like my
Hey, yo,
go-to
let
unless
me
I couldn't
sweep.
get him.
It's like, hey yo, let me
Honestly, steps in with feet, just sasses me and the enemy, still does the job, walks off, flipping everybody off.
just
Love
basically
that
call him
Pokemon.
Sanji because they're all cooked up.
Mm-hmm. Might as well be Sanji, as they're like a kick. I think they're like full-on
Kick heavy, yeah.
kickboxer. Yeah,
All right, but
I'm for it.
and then Digimon is a funny little cactus for some reason. Yes, 100%. But for the sake of time, and since Sakura needed to,
and
100% do it.
cactus.
Yes.
Yeah, I have to
Togemon.
become one of those digital dummies real quick.
All right. Well, we'll at least call it here. I hope everyone had a good, lovely time. Later, Sakura.
Yeah.
So we're gonna at least call it here.
Yo,
I'm gonna at least
y'all should
raid.
watch this on YouTube. Watch it on
Yeah.
YouTube.
We will also be having
Do
this on
it.
YouTube. This is sponsored by W Energy Drink. Look
Don't
forward
forget,
to
this isn't the end.
next Tuesday. We're gonna at least be continuing some Cuphead. And
Yes.
this is a bi-weekly thing. We've returned. We're
No,
doing some
seriously.
second times.
Come back next Tuesday for some Cuphead. You know you want to watch
Head
us suffer. Don't skip out.
We'll see you later. Goodbye.
Bye.
Anyways, about the orphans.
Yeah, so really though, we have to do something because the barn's on fire and we put them in it.
Shit!
And I
Not again!
I don't really know how to solve this problem. I don't want to go in because I just painted my nails. And really, they gotta dry first.
Why don't you use the heat of... You know what?
Heat of the fire is too hot.